Right now, while you're watching this, you are generating money for someone else. Not a little bit. Not pocket change. We're talking about an industry worth trillions of dollars, built almost entirely on information about you, what you clicked on this morning, what you searched for last Tuesday, how long you paused on that one product before deciding not to buy it. All of it collected, all of it stored, all of it worth something to somebody, and you got paid exactly nothing for any of it. Here's the thing that gets me every time I think about it. People talk about data privacy like it's some boring legal concept, like it's something for lawyers to argue about in rooms nobody cares about. But it's not a privacy story. It's a money story. It's about who owns one of the most valuable resources on the planet. And the answer right now is not you. Let's put some real numbers on this so you understand the scale. Every single day, human beings generate around 2.5 quintillion bytes of data. That number is so large it stops being meaningful. So let me try it differently. Every minute of every day, Google processes around 8.5 million search queries. People upload around 500 hours of video to YouTube every single minute. Instagram sees roughly 1 million photos shared every 24 hours. Facebook has over 3 billion active users producing a constant behavior data stream. Every one of those actions is a data point, and data points have a price. People used to say oil was the most valuable resource in the world. Wars were fought over it. Empires were built on it. The entire 20th century was basically a competition to control it. But oil has a limit. You pull it out of the ground and eventually it runs out. Data doesn't work that way. Data grows. Every person who gets online adds to the pool. Every new device, every new app, every new platform creates more of it. The resource is expanding faster than anyone can fully measure. And unlike oil, you don't need to drill for it. You just need to get people to use your free app. That's the genius of the whole thing. And once you see it, you realize how perfectly the system is designed. Google gives you the best search engine ever built, completely free. Maps, email, cloud storage, a web browser, all free. Why would a company worth nearly $2 trillion give away its best products for nothing? Because the product was never the search engine. The product was always you. Every search you run tells Google something. What you're worried about, what you want to buy, what health symptoms you've been looking up at 2 in the morning. Over time, thousands of these searches build a picture of you that is genuinely more detailed than what most people know about themselves. Google knows your routines, your interests, your finances, your relationships, your fears, and it sells access to that picture to advertisers who want to reach someone exactly like you at exactly the right moment. Meta does the same thing across Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp. Every like you tap, every post you linger on. The algorithm is watching all of it and building what researchers call a data profile, a comprehensive, constantly updated model of who you are and what you're likely to do next. These profiles are not simple. They're not just this person likes cooking. They go much deeper. The data can predict your political views. Your relationship status changes before you've told anyone. Your likelihood of buying a car, whether you're pregnant, whether you're struggling financially, what kind of advertising makes you feel seen versus what makes you feel manipulated. The prediction capabilities are, depending on how you look at it, either deeply impressive or deeply unsettling. And here's how that turns into money. Advertisers don't buy your data directly. What they buy is access to you, specifically. They want to show ads to women between 28 and 35 who have searched for baby products in the last 30 days. The advertiser pays for that precise targeting, and the more precise the targeting, the more they are willing to pay. Google made around $238 billion in revenue in 2024. Meta made roughly $164 billion. Most came from advertising. These are not tech companies that also do advertising. They are advertising companies that build tech to collect data. But Google and Meta are just the most visible players. The data economy is much wider and stranger than most realize. There are companies most people have never heard of called data brokers. Their business is buying and selling personal info. They pull data from loyalty cards, public records, app usage, purchase histories, and dozens of other sources. They package it and sell it to anyone. Insurance companies, political campaigns, employers, retailers, hospitals. You've probably felt this working without realizing it. You mention something in conversation near your phone, or you search for it once, and suddenly ads for that exact thing are following you around the internet. That's not coincidence. That's the system doing exactly what it was built to do. The AI layer makes all of this exponentially more powerful. These companies are not just storing data. They're running it through machine learning systems that find patterns invisible to any human analyst. Patterns that predict behavior. Patterns that identify which users are most likely to spend money, which ones are most likely to click, which ones can be shown a more expensive version of a product and still buy. The sophistication of what's happening behind the scenes would genuinely surprise most people who think they understand how this works. Now, is any of this illegal? In most of the world, mostly no, and that's where things get genuinely complicated. The European Union has the General Data Protection Regulation, the GDPR, which gives European citizens real rights over their data. Companies have to explain what they collect, get meaningful consent, and allow people to request deletion. It has teeth. Meta has been fined over €1 billion under it. But even within Europe, enforcement is inconsistent, and the rules have more gaps than privacy advocates would like. In the United States, there is no single federal data privacy law. Different states have different rules. California has some of the strongest protections through the California Consumer Privacy Act. But at the national level, the patchwork of regulations leaves most Americans with limited practical control over what gets collected. In 2026, this debate is accelerating. There are serious conversations happening in legislatures, in academic institutions, and in courtrooms. The idea that your data belongs to you, not to the company that collected it, to you, and that if companies want to profit from it, maybe you should receive a share of that profit. This is called the data dividend. The idea is straightforward. If your behavior is generating billions, why shouldn't you get paid? Some economists are proposing systems where users license their data, receiving small payments every time it's used. Others are building platforms that let you take your data with you, or that encrypt it, so only you control access. Blockchain-based systems are emerging that would let individuals store their own data and grant or revoke access. A few smaller platforms have experimented with paying users directly for their attention and their data. None of these have gone mainstream yet, but the direction of travel is becoming clearer. The arrangement of free services for unlimited use of your personal information forever is starting to face real pressure. The harder question is whether the companies winning this race will ever voluntarily give up the advantage they've built. Google and Meta didn't become two of the most valuable companies in history by accident. They built extraordinary products and data pipelines simultaneously, and the two things are inseparable now. Asking them to fundamentally change their business model is asking them to stop being what they are, which means the change, if it comes, will probably have to be forced through regulation, through competition, through users actually understanding what's happening and making different choices with their attention and their time. Because here's the thing worth sitting with. You are not just a user of these platforms. You are, in a very real and measurable sense, a worker. Every search, every photo you like, every product you look at, you're adding value to a system that turns it into profit. You're doing that work every single day. The question is, how long before you start asking where your cut is?